Jet Set Radio!
Just hearing that intro brings back so many nostalgic memories for me. This game, I don't think there's ever been a game like Jet Set Radio if you exclude its sequel Jet Set World. It is such a unique game. Originally released in the year 2000 on the Dreamcast and sporting an absolutely amazing soundtrack to it. You find yourself in this game the leader of a sort of punk skate gang, and you go around the Tokyo, you just tag stuff up with like spray paint, beating rival gangs, and inline blade everywhere with these crazy futuristic inline blades that are sort of like magnetic, so they connect to different sort of surfaces. And if that sounds a little bit mental, it's because it is. This game is so strange, and I absolutely love this game. I played it so much when I was younger. I played the sequel just as much as well. I think I actually played the sequel first before I came back to this one on the Dreamcast. But honestly, if you've not played these games, you need to check it out. It's one of the most unique games on the Dreamcast. Just the artwork alone looks so good with the cell shaded colours and these sort of like quick time events that were way before its time. The gameplay itself is like a weird mix between like, let's say, like a Tony Hawk skateboarding game and I don't know, Shamui or something like that. Like, I don't really know what you can compare it to. That's how much of a unique game it is. Now, going back to it now, some of the controls are a little bit janky, but that's mainly because the Dreamcast only having one analog stick on the controller. It gets a bit hard to control, like use controllers from sort of the early 2000s. But it still plays amazingly. It's still really fun, and the graphics are still looking great. What you can see here is what I've captured just from the first level, because I didn't want to spoil too much of it. And like you see, you skate around, you do weird tricks, and you collect, like, you just tag these different things. Some of them cars, some of them are just everywhere. You pick up spray cans, and you avoid the police, because the police, seemingly having solved all of the crime in Tokyo, have just decided that they're just going to take it out on teenagers that skate. That's why you get this mad detective following you around trying to shoot you with a magnum, like Dirty Harry style. So I'm really sorry if I absolutely butcher this name, but the director of this game was Masayoshi Kikuchi, and the artwork was done by Ruto Ide. Please excuse if I have messed up the names there, because I probably did. But at the time, this game had one of the smallest development teams to work on a major release. I think at the time when they had put this to Sega may not have had that much confidence in the game, so they didn't really like put a lot of development time into it or use a very big development team, and they must have completely like shown Sega, you know, like it's such a fun game. It sold really well. It was like a must-have thing must-have game for the Dreamcast. Now, the development team took a lot of inspiration from like the 1990s sort of Japanese culture, pop culture of the 1990s, as well as the rhythm game Parappa the Rapper. Apparently, I'm reading this off some facts I found on it, and it has a very strong anti-establishment theme, which they kind of were influenced from films like Fight Club and Clockwork Orange, things like that. Which actually caused a little bit of issues with sort of media in Japan when this game was released. And this was one of the first games to use a cel-shaded art style in video games, so this is where it comes from. Like the later games that came in, like 13 and other cel-shaded games, even like Borderlands, has a lot to owe to this game because it stood the test of time. It still looks incredible now. Now, you can pick this game up in most places now, so it is pretty easy to come by, and you can play it on, I think, most consoles. The sequel, Jet Set World, came out on the original Xbox and is basically just like this, but better. I wouldn't say better, but it's just this more. It's got more to it, and that's what you want in a sequel. As you can see here, being chased by an absolute lunatic of a detective who's trying to shoot this poor teenager with a magnum because he likes graffiti. Like, ridiculous. and you get these. The comedy in this game as well is one of the strangest things there is. Actually, just like really surrealist and weird, but I quite like it a lot. If that's what you want to in your games. Now, this is completely unofficial, but this game has always really reminded me of the Beastie Boys, especially like the intergalactic music video. The way that these police officers run after you just really remind me of the Beastie Boys, and I don't know. I think it's just that. That might be the only thing. I don't know if this game has a connection to the Beastie Boys. Maybe just like influenced by it. You can see how I'm not very good at the game because I haven't played it in a long time. But these other policemen running up now, these ones here that will try and grab you and stop you from going in, remind me of the Beastie Boys. Just a little thing I wanted to mention there. But I absolutely love this game. It's so good, and it's like there were so many games on the Dreamcast that came out, and like the Dreamcast was so ahead of its time. Like even now, people are still making things for the Dreamcast. Like if you just go on to if you just go on the internet, you can find people that are like making new games run on the Dreamcast, like the Mod Society, things like that. Really cool things coming out on the Dreamcast still, which is just crazy because it's like it's a console that everyone didn't buy. Essentially, that's why it didn't sell very well. Because it just, for whatever reason, just didn't. But I don't get it. It's such a good console. The games on it are so unique. They're so fun, and you've got some of the best games ever on there, like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Jet Set Radio is definitely one of the greatest games to come out on that Dreamcast and from the Dreamcast era. And I've often wondered, I wonder what it would be like if they were to continue the series. Like I've mentioned a few times, there was a sequel that came out on the original Xbox a couple of years after this one. I think it was like 2003 or 2004 the sequel came out. But I wonder what it would be like if they went back to this now. Like, I know Sega don't really do consoles anymore, but they still a developer, so maybe they could still bring out a new Jet Set game. It would be, I genuinely think it would be really interesting to see what a new Jet Set really would look like, whether they completely ruin it and did not get the idea of what would make the game fun. Who knows? But I would love to see a new one, and I think, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Would you think it would be good to see a new Jet Set Radio game, or do you think it's too late now and they need to stay nostalgic in the past? Comment below to let me know. I'd really like to know what your opinion on this is. But yeah, that's just me rambling about Jet Set Radio for a bit. I'm genuinely, I absolutely love this game, and I can't believe it's not more popular, not more people reference it enough. I feel like it comes up a few times on gamer ranks lists and stuff like that, but not that often. It's not spoken about nearly as much as it should be, and I think that's a crime because it's a great game. If you have any memories of this game, please comment below. I would love to talk about it with anyone. I think it's a great game, and I'll always talk about it. And thank you for watching me struggle in the gameplay footage here of me I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.